Hey everyone, Marta Locklear here. I know flowers is not what you're usually expecting to see, but this is what I shoot most. I don't shoot sessions anymore, so I shoot my garden. So I'm going to use what I have. There's been discussion, this has been going on for a while, especially in the comment sections of I can't get these presets to work on my images, or mine look nothing like this. A lot of comments like that. And I've referenced it in several videos, hoping people pick up on it. And I think Amy Huang just posted a really good post about it as well, that it's a lot more than just the preset. And I wanted to kind of show a visual example of that, especially for newer photographers or people struggling, the difference that the composition and light alone can make in how an image looks to get a specific film, light and airy, whatever look that you're looking for. Maybe you like the more contrasted documentary style, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for those that are looking for the glowy, light and airy, filmy look, there's a specific light and look that you need to look for to get that. The preset can only do so much. The preset helps. It adds the finishing touch. It gives you the color tones. It can give you the contrast and glow on the highlights. It can do things like that, but it can't create light out of no light. It can't create depth of field when there's no depth of field. So that's where shooting a specific way comes into play. And I try explaining it, especially when I'm going through images, because usually when I get those comments, my first reaction is to ask for files so I can see what I'm working with or what you're working with. And I always give tips on a different way to shoot it, a different angle, looking for different light, etc., that can help you. So I'm hoping that this maybe can give you guys a little bit of visual. I had a hard time digging through. I do change myself around, not getting the looks that I want. So I had to dig through to find some examples that are kind of what I'm looking for. But I think that I want to do a shoot for you guys and maybe actually do like a little mini masterclass on this. But here's a quick little what I have and can show you the difference. So let's start with these two images. So I have two images, exact same plant, two totally different compositions. This image is going to edit one way and this image is going to edit another. I know looking at these two images, this is going to give me my filmy, more high-end look. This is very stock photography and is not going to give me the same look. And there's a house behind this plant. This is on the border of my house. The house is actually right over here. So even if I shot the same plant at this perspective, but I shot it from this area heading at the house, I wouldn't get this look. So just by shifting my body from looking at the plant straight on this way towards the house, instead putting my body here, I literally was standing in my garden to get an open environment that was far away so I can get the bokeh of the light hitting the trees and the houses. These are houses back here. I shot at 2.8 even. I didn't even shoot this very wide. But I kept myself far enough away that I was able to keep a lot of bokeh and light and everything. But had I shot it straight on at the house, this would not have been a good picture, not at all. So that's why I didn't even attempt it. I didn't even have that in this collection. But I did have this view, so I could show you guys the difference between the two of the exact same plant. So when I go to edit this, I'm going to get, I always have to warm these up because I shoot GFX system. It runs a little cool, so I have to add a little warmth in. But immediately I get more of that kind of filmy look, whereas this one, if I throw the same preset on it, it's pretty and it's not bad. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Forget what I have to do here. Click. Okay, there we go. But this definitely has more of that filmy, depth of field, open, airy feel. I think that's the big key, the light and airy look that we're looking for. So changing your composition, looking for the light, the bokeh, the depth of field behind your subject matter makes a big difference. And I have another one here that's a very slight adjustment, but actually makes a big difference. So let me go ahead and edit this one. So this is the first one I tried first. I was like, oh, these are my hydrangeas in my garden. They're massive. But so I'm going to start with this one. Looks great. Let's go ahead and get it. And we're like, okay, that's pretty. But I knew I it wasn't giving me the glow that I felt when I was standing there. You can see this light coming in here. It's hitting them. So I was like, okay, let me try adjusting my perspective a little bit. I literally shifted 1 foot over. You can see this is the same column here. I'm probably maybe 2 feet over, and I'm going to fix this because I'm neurotic and can't stand when things aren't straight. So the exact same plant, exact same distance pretty much from the plant, maybe a little closer. I guess I'm a tiny bit closer, shifting my angle just slightly. And I get way more of that kind of airy, depth of field, soft, glowy light. I didn't change my settings. I didn't change anything except for the direction I was shooting. And I knew, I mean, look at we got a little bit of filtered light and shadow play coming on the column. It just looks dreamier. I was able to pick up the bokeh from the plants in front of it. It softened the depth of field, all by changing my position a mere couple inches. And look at the warmth even. Look how cold the inside of this is versus this. And I think I warmed them up pretty similarly. So that subtle change can make a huge difference in your image. Both are pretty, but this is prettier. This is what we're trying to achieve. And then I have this set of 3 here. So this was me just playing around in my backyard. But you can see just the difference of the 3 compositions basically in the same area. I'm shooting in this area right here, and I'm just moving, kind of shifting around. Let's see, 2.0. Yeah, I didn't change my settings at all. All I did was change my body. And you can see the difference of the images. This one I focused about midway, and I was like, I probably used this one. It's pretty decent. This one I focused on the flowers. I may have stood in the garden a little more. I think I was literally standing on top of my boxwoods, but and maybe shot a little deeper so I can capture the chair. I was just being lazy. And this one is just almost the whole thing. So where it's all clear, I focused back here. So that makes a difference as well. So, but let's say if we went between these 2, which one looks filmier? This one. Because we have that depth of field, we have that bokeh. Had I shot with my 85, I could have probably gotten even more. I could have stood back in the grass and focused about midway, and this was still falling off and giving me that beautiful bokeh. But that's the difference between them. We go from, more documentary style to a little more of that dreamy, filmy look. Same thing here. This is the exact same bush. Let me go ahead. Oh, no, I gotta do it this way. Okay, this is the exact same bush. Of course, I overexposed that one. So this is the same bush, just 2 different sides. That's it. And you can see the difference in just composition and light. Out of these 2, looking at them, I'm going to pick this one to edit with because it's got a better background, better drop off. Now I like the pink flowers on this one because that's my good flower on this bush. That's why I shot this angle, but I hated the house and everything behind it. And this one had better light. So this one was more direct sun. This one was more backlit. So I would end up editing this one. So drop down. Like I said, I have to add warmth because my camera shoots a bit on the cool cyan side, so I have to add a little more in. So there you go. So let's do that one. I'm going to go ahead and put this guy here, and we're going to edit this one now. And again, it's not awful, but but it's different. And like I said, it's the same bush, just shot in a different angle. And it really can change the outcome of the image. And that's what I've been trying to explain in those videos where the light you're selecting, the bokeh you're selecting, the way the light hits things behind in your background, that's what creates bokeh, is how light is hitting reflective surface in the background, leaves, trees, houses, the shiny parts on cars usually make great bokeh. But kind of playing with your position. Don't be afraid to move your body around and test compositions to really get a different look and to see if you can push yourself to get that look that you want in camera. Then adding the preset will make your job a lot easier, and you probably don't have to tweak as much because you're not fighting trying to create something out of the image that's not there. So I hope that helps. Feel free to drop questions in the comments. I'll see about maybe doing a little shoot with a person or something, a good subject matter, and explain this further for maybe like a little master class or something. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. But here's a quick crash course on it.